Hi, it's Bobbie Goheen. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Synthesis Leader. We're so excited to have you be a part of this learning experience. I want to take a few minutes just to tell you a little bit about myself and how we built this online learning platform for leaders just like you. I too was in your shoes where I was either starting out in a career, working myself up from service giver to supervisor to manager to a regional operations support specialist through sales, and then into a corporate role where I developed the training and development department for a Fortune 500 company. And when I started with them in the training center, we only had 200 salespeople going through the program. We had one sales program. And by the time I left, 12 years later, after starting that, we had over 6,000 people running through the training center. By the time I left the company, we had developed an amazing set of programs with over 50 different types of programs offered to service people, to technical IT people, to sales people, to managers, to leaders, to executives. And we had over 6,000 people running through our programs a year. And it has blossomed and continues to bloom inside that company today. I left in the year 2000 to start my own company. So I became the entrepreneur and began to consult with companies around the world on management, sales, and leadership training. And from there, really honed in on the areas of executive coaching, leadership development, and management skills. And so over the past 20 years, we have really honed in on what are the skills for the modern leader that they need to quickly get up to speed, to create an amazing team, to work together well, and to have a life. And it turns out that when you apply these basics and you put in the practice and you're interested in learning, you tend to be a really good manager, which really leads to being a great leader. Think about that. How many times have you seen somebody in a leadership role and wonder how did they get there? Because they didn't have the skills to manage their team. These are the skills you need to really be a great manager so you can be a great leader. And that's part of the whole process. The next piece we focused on is not only to give the manager skills and the leader skills, but also to really give people the kind of communication skills that are necessary that you'll use all the time. No matter what your career is or what environment you're in, you can transfer these skills to any place that you work, whether it's on boards, in the community, with your family. They work everywhere. And because of that, they become lifelong skills that really match your own personal development as a professional. You'll take it with you no matter what level you are inside a company or whether you start your own company. So having those skills makes a huge difference. The cool thing about these skills that I love is that they're practical, they're applicable. You can take these skills and you can modify them to work even better for you or the company culture you're in, but they really work with you over time. And our goal is really to continue to give people the tools and skills who don't have time to Google around or go to multiple programs or read thousands of books, that they come to one source to get the skills they need to level up not only their communication and their capability as a manager and leader, but also to really create great teams. And what you'll find is the more you practice these skills, the more better life balance you have, because at the end of the day, you walk home or you drive home or you cycle home or you turn off your computer if you're a remote leader or a hybrid leader, and you can say, I did my best, we had good conversations, and things continued to move forward. And one of the most important pieces about being a good leader is taking care of yourself and making sure that you sign off at the end of the day and that you're able to be present to your home life, to your own personal pursuits, and still come back the next day highly energized and enthusiastic because you know you have a set of skills that can help you in any situation. The beautiful thing about working with people is that no two people are alike. The great thing about these skills is that they can apply in any different culture, different company. The commitment just has to be there to learn, to practice, and apply. And one of the things that we have learned as part of this process and working with leaders over time is that the leaders who excel are the ones who are open to learning, who are willing to put in the time and practice it and give it a go. And remember, they really celebrate their humanity, because the first time you learn a new skill, it's not that good. Sometimes it goes great. Other times it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 times to kind of get it going and make it work for you. So if you're that kind of person who loves to learn, who's dedicated to practice, and that you like to excel and elevate yourself, and we find that when you elevate yourself, you elevate those around you too, this is a great program for you. I have been in your shoes as well. I have been a manager of small teams and large teams, big projects, hockey stick companies, small companies, and have really seen the power of applying these skills. And one of the things that I am so grateful for as I go through different companies and over time is that I can pull them out as I need them, and they still work so great. And so our gift to you is that you don't have to search everywhere. You can have one place to get it, easy to learn skills and apply. And if you're somebody who's highly dedicated and can be a great self-learner, this is going to work for you. If you're somebody that needs a little bit more support and talk about options and how this could work, join one of our cohorts, because those are great groups to learn from each other. And I'm a big proponent from learning from our peers, no matter what your experience, whether you have been a manager for 30 years or you're brand new out of the gate or you're preparing to be a manager. All of you are welcome. Everybody has something to contribute, and you're in a community of learners who really want to hear your perspective, learn from you, share their best practices. It's a lot of fun, and hey, I'll be there facilitating it, so we really get a lot done and we all grow together, and it's a lot of fun, and I hope you choose that route too. If you're a manager that has to develop people, this is a great option too, because one of the things that we find is somebody who's a really good manager and a leader says, hey, I figured it out. You should be able to figure it out too. And it turns out it doesn't work that easily. It's not second nature. It's not intuitive. And it turns out that we begin to develop our own skills, but we forgot how we got there. And these tools and skills and modules will help you train others to slow it down, give them the practices so that they can apply it and get up to speed quickly. And if this is something that you want to see grow in your company, it's great. One of the things that we constantly hear is, hey, I'm in my company and they put me on some software package and I just hit the space bar to show that I'm learning it and then I can get out of it because it's not that interesting. And I hear this over and over. Or they have to show on their learning management system and LMS that they went through the training. We're not about that. We're about engagement. And what you're going to find is with every course you go through, there's a way to identify what you're learning, what you're strong at already, what you need to learn more of, and how you're going to apply it. And you can review that with your peer, your manager, your mentor, to just kind of get some feedback. But we find that when people take responsibility and share this with their manager, it not only shows that they are interested in learning and applying, but it also shows that there's somebody who's wanting to advance themselves. And so it creates a great conversation with your manager to show where you are and how things apply. You get to have a great conversation about the company that you normally wouldn't have. And one of the things that I've seen over and over again about people who get promoted is that they tend to have very good performance and they build great relationships. And the way they build great relationships are about having the right conversations that really show the interest in the company, their hunger for development and to help the company move forward, as well as develop themselves as a professional to move forward. So you're going to find when you have these skills, you'll be able to take them to any role, any company, and continue to grow yourself. You can access this program easily if you just want to take one course at a time, or you can take a whole set of courses to really develop yourself as a manager or leader and really begin to invest in yourself to move forward. It's really how you want to do it. Our recommendation is obviously to take the whole course set, and you're going to see us release even more topics. We're getting so much great feedback from our users who are looking for more information as they develop themselves and their teams.